Okay, we're talking to Andy Widdop, Blues Director of Rugby, and the first game of the new season is upon us. We'll start by looking at the first team, who are away at Dings Crusaders. Andy, what do we know about them?
We know that they play in Bristol, and that usually is enough to give you an idea of how they're going to play. It'll be a fairly physical, robust, forward probably dominated game. That's where they'll try and certainly impose themselves on us. And then once they've done that, I'm sure their tactics will be to soften us up and then see what they can do. So we've got to be prepared for that. I'm sure we'll get a warm Bristolian welcome. I've been down to Dings once. I went there last season to watch a pre-season friendly. It's a very compact clubhouse, a very traditional style clubhouse. Certainly not what we've got here, but they're very proud of what they've got and what they make of it. And I'm sure they'll be only too keen to show us all of that as well. So I'm expecting a fairly tough examination of where we've got so far.
So, in terms of preparation, I know you've got limited time with our players at training. How much do we concentrate on our own strengths, or do we spend much time looking at the opposition's approach?
I think because of the fact that we don't have a lot of time, then we concentrate on our own strengths. You can scare yourself. You can get tied up with what the opposition may or may not be trying to do. You can trawl the internet and various other agencies to get footage of them playing, and then find out that they change it completely when they play you anyway. We found that out in the past when we've played in higher divisions. So we concentrate on what we want to do. We need to be confident in our own skills, in what strike weapons we have. We need to be confident in our set piece, and we need to be confident in the patterns we want to play to win this game, but win every game every week. So we concentrate on what we can do, and let's see how the opposition can deal with that.
Okay, so have you got a view of what the team for Saturday is going to be yet?
Yeah, it's obviously the first time we've had to make the ultimate hard decision. Each of the pre-season friendlies has brought some difficult decisions, but this is obviously the ultimate one. This is the ones that players have probably been waiting for as much as we have. And so the team will be Robbie Arthur will start at loose head, and Ali Widdop at hooker, with Tom Fiddler at tight head. The two front row placements will be Tom Bax and Matt Oliver. Matt can play both sides, and Robbie can slip across to hooker if we lose a hooker there. Obviously, Nathan Thomas will probably feel a little bit upset that he hasn't got in, but we've spoken to Nathan, and Nathan's really going to be a big prospect for us, and so he'll stay behind with the second team and get a good game of rugby under him, and hopefully he'll do everything he can to show us that he should have been playing, which will be great. Second row will be Andrew Cannock and Ben West, who have both had a good pre-season. In the back row, at 6 will be Greg Price, 7 will be Chris Thompson, and 8 will be Liam Perkins. And then Jack Sawbridge will be covering the back 5. Jack can play in the second row and in the back row, so that will give us some good cover there. 9, Jack Avery, captain, obviously. And at 10 will be Lloyd Cole. And we've spoken how much he's been pushed by Will Clark. 12 will be Ian Herriot, and 13 will be Steve Datchler, who we've not seen a great deal of in pre-season simply because he's been tied up with work, but he did play against Oxford Harlequins on the Tuesday night game. Wingers will be Martin Freeman and Carl Buttle, and then at 15 will be Will Clark, who obviously will be our cover for 10. The replacements will be Andy Gale, and now you've got me thinking again.
Laurent?
Oh, Laurent. Sorry. Apologies to Laurent when he listens to this. Laurent will be obviously ready to come on. I've had a good long chat with him today. So, and that will be the starting 20. And we're quite excited by it.
That sounds like a good team. So the second team are at home to Chinner, kick off 3 o'clock. So anyone who can't make it to Dings is welcome to come down and watch the second team because they deserve our support as much as the first team. How are you expecting that match to go?
That's a difficult one as well. First of all, is getting the team. It's we will have a team. It's just not the ideal situation at the moment. There's lots of people still on holiday, and a couple of injuries which have affected just how difficult or easy it was to select a first 15. So a couple of injuries, a few people on holiday, and they went out and played against Stags a couple of weeks ago under similar circumstances. I'm really keen that we get 15 players out there each week, and if that means a couple of guys have to play out of position, then we'll do that. But they gave a good account of themselves a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure they'll do the same. It's an unknown in some respects. Chinner play their first team player a division below us in the same division as Oxford Harlequins. And obviously they'll be playing against their second team. So they may be having the same problems as we are, and it may be a similar sort of scenario. But yes, we want people to come and watch them. That's the whole point of having a second team playing at home when we're away, and vice versa. Most of the time there is some rugby action back at Newbury for people to come and watch. So I'm hoping to ring up after the game and find out that they've put on a good performance and started with a win.
Okay, and final question, Andy. What have we learned from the pre-season training and the matches that we're hoping that the players will take into Saturday's matches?
Well, I think we've learned that we know where people are going to target us. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to work out that they're going to try and soften us up in the forwards. So those guys have got to be prepared for that and be prepared to show that that's not going to be somewhere where we're going to be taken lightly. I'm sure there will be some Saturdays where, try though they may, they're just going to get out muscled, but it's not going to be through lack of trying. I think we need to use the youth and enthusiasm that's running right the way through the team to keep attacking sides, keep them thinking. I don't want the players to be too predictable. The last thing our team needs is to be too predictable. We need to sort of almost scare the opposition into not knowing what we're going to do next. If that means changing the lineouts on a regular basis, so be it. If it means tapping and going times when you wouldn't normally expect it, so be it. I want the players to feel comfortable and confident that if they tap and go, that they're not going to get lambasted by it later, at the end of the game. We will look at it if it proves to be the wrong decision and make it easy for them to make the right decision in the future. But I'd rather someone give it a go than just get so pedestrian that we're playing into the hands of these sides that have big forwards who just want to play line out scrum. I don't want to be doing that. I want to keep them on their toes. I want to run them around the pitch, and then let's see how good they are when the scrum comes 90 minutes in and they're absolutely tired.
Okay, so I think all supporters would like to wish you and the squad all the best of luck for the new season.
And we look forward to seeing them down there. Thank you.